Hi, it's good to see you all again, and thanks for joining me this week on the live Sing Boot Camp. My name is Carol Frazier. If you don't know me, you probably should because you're in this private group. So I'm a vocal coach, and I started Sing. It's an online course, and I have other courses. Another one coming out in September is Overcoming Stage Fright. Really excited about that. We'll touch on that tomorrow during the live. And then today we're going to be talking about singing in different zones in your vertical, horizontal. I just like to see if you're listening. We're going to do your horizontal zones today. So that's really basically learning how to sing in different styles of music. So while we wait just for a couple more people to come on here, if you don't already, grab your water. And we're just going to do a couple warm-ups because your voice needs to be fairly warmed up to even attempt some of these singing styles. So, water, and I always recommend temperate water for singers versus cold or hot. It's not good for your vocal cords, either one, hot or cold, because it can constrict it. And so, it's nice to have you all join me today. Thanks for coming. And like I said earlier, we're going to learn the 5 different zones on how to sing different styles of music. And right before we do that, we're just going to start warming up. So if you can, I would say go ahead and stand. I'll stand here too with you guys. And let's do the siren like we learned yesterday. So if you need to, you can bend over and kind of get that really nasally sound with an N, with the word no. So, you can hear I'm flipping. Basically, that just means my voice is not warmed up, and I have to just warm up just like the rest of you to make those really smooth. Yesterday we talked about how to flip them for country and all that, and yodeling. So today, let's just try to smooth it out. Start in your chest voice. Just stay in your chest voice. For those of you that are joining, I'm doing a siren on an N. Like that, really nasally, so you can feel it vibrate right here like Fran Drescher. Now we're just doing it in the head voice. Now we're going to go ahead and start at the top of your head voice. Single hair here. Start at the top of your head voice and then just go all the way down, let it drop into your chest voice. Really relaxed. And we did this yesterday when we talked about our, sorry guys, I've got hair in my face. When we talked about doing your chest, middle, and head voice. So if you didn't get to watch that video, go back and watch that after this one today, because it's really important to understand your 3 zones vertically, and then today we're talking about your 5 zones horizontally. So we're going to talk first about your classical zone, which is all the way in the back of your throat. And so this is where you're going to be singing opera, really classical and opera music, a lot of choir music, like more appropriate choir music. You're going to be singing in back here in this first placement. And the reason I call it your first placement is because as we follow these placements along here, it kind of goes like this. So if I were to put my hand like this, so you can see my classical placement is really just right here. And then I'm going to go to Broadway, we're going to do jazz, pop, and then rock and roll, and blues out here, okay? So for right now, I want you to go all the way back, and to find that spot, yawn. Oh my God. Now I just want you to yawn. Why did I make you yawn? I know I am. I'll tell you what, the sun finally came out. For those of you that are watching from the Monterey Peninsula, hallelujah, the sun is out. I'm in Pebble Beach, so when the sun comes out, it's just like, oh my gosh, the light is out. We can sing. Anyway, for the rest of you that have a lot of heat in the summer, come visit us here because it's nice and cool. All right, so now let's get back to the real lesson. So, yawn. Oh, it is really almost like you're talking with a ball in your throat. Can you hear that? My vowels are very rounded versus very, very forward here. Very rounded. Oh, oh, oh. So go, oh, oh. You should be shooting the sound straight up and down the back of your throat. Oh, okay, so those are just the different vowels and singing with a big open throat. Okay, so that's where we place our classical tone. Now if we were to bring the sound forward just a little bit from your classical, we're going to bring it forward just a little bit here, and that's where my Broadway zone is. So if you open up your throat and look in the mirror, well, you probably know, you have that little dangly thing back there. It's called a uvula. Ah, ah. So I'm just pointing my air at that right now. Ah, ah. Can you do that? It's kind of fun. Ah. All right. So now when we sing Broadway and theater music, we really want it pointed more kind of right at that uvula area. That's where the air needs to go. That's in your soft palate, okay? So let's push the air up there as we sing. We're going to start with a he, he, he. So it kind of hits the back of that soft palate. Can you feel that? He, he. Oh, let's see. Let's do Z, 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 Z. See how it kind of has a full sound, but it's also bright? That's where you want your Broadway or theater zone to be. So, for example, if I were to take it back and do Z all the way in the back of my throat in the more classical zone, it would sound similar to this. Z. Now I'm going to throw it right there in the Broadway zone. Z. And I'm really just feeling and where the air is going. I'm feeling where I want it to go. I'm directing the air. And I'm manipulating it by lifting here, yawning, you know, those are little techniques to put the sound where you want it. Now the next sound, next style of music that we're going to work on is your jazz voice. So put your tongue at the roof of your mouth, like that. Do you ever eat peanut butter? So if you eat peanut butter and it gets stuck in the roof of your mouth, that's kind of where you want to place your jazz placement. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull it up. It's kind of, now all of a sudden to see I kind of went in the middle. I went in my, remember I have chest, middle, and head. So right now I'm in my middle voice and I'm sticking it right up there in the hard palate. So, you know, like, if any of you sucked your thumbs when you were little kids, you might even have a really high palate up there, which is not bad for singing. So I shouldn't tell that to parents because you don't want your kids to suck their thumbs. But you want the sound to go up in that hard palate. He. Now do the he again. He, he, he. And just throw the air in the hard palate. He, he. Okay? And so the sound that I would be creating right now is, let's see if I could do my funny Valentine. See, I have it's kind of stuck up there. Sweet comic Valentine. So instead, let's say I want to do a Broadway version of that. My funny Valentine, sweet, that's more Broadway. And if I really wanted to make it Broadway, I could make it more nasally. My funny Valentine. Okay, So for like more a jazz tune, you want to up in that hard palate. And the reason why we like to keep it kind of thin and up there in that hard palate is because when you're singing jazz and you're scatting, you're moving really fast. If I had it back too far in my Broadway zone, it's just too hard. It's nice to keep it nice thin right here so my sound is just floating like that. So we've gone through your 3 zones here. Now we're going to pop it forward, and this is where your pop and your country music is, okay? So, you know, country, of course, is a little more twangy, like that. Right there, you feel the vibration more right here in your nasal cavity. So go ahead and go, yeah, yeah, yeah. That should throw it right about there. Now, not all pop music needs to be that nasally, but it does need to be kind of right here in the front of your mask. You hear how my sound is right here in the front of my mask now? I can have it in my mask but broaden it out a little bit, and I can make it really airy, or I can make it really, really, really nasally and a lot more focused for like country. Okay, so I'm going to try to sing the same song, My Funny Valentine, but a little more pop style. My funny Valentine, see I'm more forward, sweet comic Valentine. All right? Now, my funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine. I'm right here in the front of my mask, but I made it airy. So there's a lot of different textures that you can put to a song. And what makes a song really fantastic in my mind is really being able to use all of these zones and at least use 3 of them. Let's say for My Funny Valentine, you would probably want to use a pop, and your Broadway, and your jazz and your Broadway. If you used all 3 of those, it would really make the song sound a lot more, have more texture and more interesting resonance, so that your listener is following you, and you can really sell the song more like you're selling the words, you're selling the lyric, you're selling the melody, and you can really move around more. And that's why I have my voice students learn all of these placements so that they don't get stuck sounding My Funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine. I'm singing it real straight. You make me, okay, so that's really boring. My funny Valentine, oh sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. So I'm using air, I'm throwing it back a little bit into my smile, but then I brought it forward, smile, I brought it forward to pop, smile with my heart, and then I throw it back up in the jazz. So do you hear and feel the texture when I'm singing like that? So that's what I really love about learning singing from this perspective of really capitalizing on these singing zones. The last singing zone, well, pop, country is the same place, okay, guys? Now the last one is your rock and blues. So if you were to put your hand out, put it out right in front of you, just like that. Now, I want you to just kind of like that with the other hand, just kind of go, wah, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Anything you want to say, but I don't want it to go, yeah, yeah. See how the sound is resonating in here? I want it to go out, and I want it to hit my hand. Yeah, yeah, ooh, bow, bow, bow. Do that, bow, wow, wow. Make any sound you want. I sound like a dog right now. So, but the point is you want to be hitting out here, okay? So now that you've learned your 5 zones, we're going to go ahead and practice singing in them. And again, tomorrow, tomorrow we're doing Overcoming Stage Fright, and then on Friday we're going to highlight the singers. So if anyone wants to come on here and sing with me, that would be awesome. And I just found out that one of the musicians that I work with, Tony Bolivar, is going to be here in person with me for the live. So He is an amazing saxophone player, and he plays all these horns. He can play several at the same time, and the flute and the clarinet. And he sings. He's a beautiful jazz singer. So he said he would hop on and sing with us, so that'll be fun too. So great, great fun surprise for Friday. And Friday I'm also giving away some free gifts, but you have to be on the live to get the free gifts. So we have like a show, and we have free gifts on Friday, so you got to join us for that. So let's get back to this now. So let's sing. I'm just going to sing a couple styles for you, and we're going to go back over them. You can copy me at home. Just go ahead and sing. If you've got people around, go into the bathroom. Or the garage is great for this song. If you want to go sing classical, go in the garage because it echoes really beautifully. So let's yawn. You're really big. Like if I were to pop a golf ball right in your back of your throat. It's almost as if you're talking like this. Okay, I want you to almost talk like that, okay? Okay, now we're going to sing, Victoria, Victoria. Do that with me. Victoria, not Victoria. See, don't throw it forward. Pull it back. Victoria, 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 mi ancora. So you want to pull it back. And you want to go ahead and almost do some acting. It's kind of like you're just taking on a persona. How many of you got to see America's Got Talent last night? There's a young gal, I wish I knew her name, but you could go ahead and just look it up on YouTube. She's amazing. She's 10 years old. She sings the most pure tone, a classical tone, and it's just kind of right back here, and she's just singing mostly in her head and middle voice. She doesn't even really go down and use like a chesty, throaty voice at all. All of it's up here, and it's all back here. So I think I have some young singers on here today. So if you get a chance, go and watch that if you haven't already. Okay, if anyone saw it, give me some hearts because I want to know if anybody saw her sing. And I think I posted it. I might have even posted it in the sing group. I did. Okay, it's in the sing group, you guys. Amani Bisha, and if you just go into the sing group and go back a few videos, you'll see her. Spectacular. She's really spectacular. Okay, so I'm not showing that this is even live in the sing. I'm wondering if I accidentally did this live on my personal page. Okay, hi. Whoever's getting to watch this, by the way, I'm doing this sing boot camp, and it's for my private sing group, except it seems like I might be doing this somewhere else because I have so many pages. So I will make sure to get this posted over to the sing group. And if you want to join the private sing group, you are more than welcome to request to join. In there we have music videos. I throw up singers that I really am impressed with. We talk about their style. My singers are able to hop in there, and they're able to go ahead and sing for me. At least they're supposed to be doing that. It's just an opportunity to learn more about singing. And so I took a little caveat there. So we did classical. Let's come back here, right here in the Broadway zone. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Okay, so I'm really hitting it in that Broadway zone, in that uvula zone. So let's find it again. It's a soft palate, a little dangly thing. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. See? And that gives me space so that I can have a really kind of a punchy vibrato in there. It's not all the way back here. If I were to sing it in my classical voice, it would sound like, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar. See, it's too appropriate. It doesn't have that little zip and zing to it. And when you're a Broadway singer and you're on stage and you're trying to project to the people in the back. Of course, now we have these amazing microphones that project our singers on stage. However, the purpose of Broadway singing is to be big, demonstrative. You are acting on stage and your voice needs to be big and be able to hold that space with you. So that's what Broadway singing is. Now we're going to go back up and remember the next one is in the heart palette. That's where we have our jazz. Hold on one second, I'm going to grab something. If you want to take a paper towel, we use paper towels the first day for breathing. We're going to use just a piece of paper towel like this. I want you to go ahead and grab it, or a piece of paper. Bite down. Pull it out, and then where your teeth marks are, just go ahead and tear that off. So now you should have something like this. You want to put it on the roof of your mouth, like that. Like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to force my air up above this, like this is creating like a little cave in a sense, for my air to get stuck up in what I call the peanut butter zone, or up in your hard palate. Like that. Okay, I'll go hoo, 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 hoo. And you're going to feel the air and kind of tickles the roof of your mouth. Hoo, hoo, hoo. All right, now we're going to go ahead and sing. We're going to sing My Funny Valentine. Or no, let's sing Summertime. Most everybody knows Summertime. Well, not everybody, but it's a common jazz blues tune. We're going to sing it in jazz style. It's going to be hard because it's going to sound funny because I have this up there. Summertime, and but I'm feeling the air vibrating there. Summertime, and the living is easy. Now, if I were to pull that back again to Broadway, summertime, and the living. See, it's a little more dramatic. If I pulled it all the way back into classical, it would sound like this. Summertime, and this, and blah, 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 blah. Too big. Okay, so now let's take our sound and let's take it to our right here, like right to the pop zone. And when I say pop, it really needs to be as if you have an imaginary straw and you're putting it right here in the front of your teeth and you're sending the sound down the straw. Did you hear my voice just change? It's because I'm taking all my sound and I'm sending it down this imaginary straw. So it's a little bit nasally, but really the purpose is to just kind of streamline it this way. Do you hear that? Versus streamline it this way. No, streamline it this way. And it really helps throw it in the front mask, okay? Now, a lot of your popular singers, most popular singers that you hear on the radio, or most of them are singing right about here. Now, and kind of what's happened in the last decade is a lot of singers then, remember, are singing down here in their chest voice, but then they're throwing it forward right there. Do you hear that? Chest voice, pop, okay? Chest voice, country. Okay, we're going to do that. Let's this. If you have a hard time finding it, do this, okay? So let's sing Summertime and actually plug our nose, okay? We're going to have it be really nasally right now. I keep changing keys. That's okay. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. All your daddies. Okay. Kind of went off on that one a little bit. So the point was just to find it here. So if for some reason you're singing and you're having a hard time hitting a high note, that's a lesson all in itself. Make yourself go really nasally if you're singing pop, rock, or blues, okay? You want to kind of really focus it right there. That helps you hit that high note, but I'm throwing it right here, okay? I can also hit my high notes in a real classical point of view. Okay, so I usually say for high notes, to really hit them strong, you want to pull it back into your classical, or you want to pop it forward in your pop voice, okay? So next, we're going to go back to our rock and blues. All right, put your hand out here. Go high, high. I can hear it echo in the piano over here. So I'm throwing my sound out of my head. I'm not keeping it in here. So I'm letting it be out here. Now I don't have to be yelling high, high. Do you see how I'm still throwing it out there? I'm not high, 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 high. Okay, so see how the sound just kind of keeps going out farther and farther. Summer, I'm going to throw it out here. Summertime, and the living is easy. I'm throwing my sound out here, okay? Does that make sense? And then that's where you can really do some of the vocal fry and throwing your voice that we practiced a tiny bit yesterday. So those are your zones. We've got classical, opera, in the same zone back here. Oh, Broadway right here in the soft palate, hard palate, and we've got jazz right there. See how my voice changes again? Now I'm going to bring it forward to my nasally, somewhat nasally in the mask, pop voice. Now I'm going to make it even more nasally, and I'm going to do the country voice right about there. And then I'm going to throw it all the way out here for my for my rock and my blues. Rock and blues. Hello, there you go. So I hope this was fun for you to actually learn that there's different zones to sing music in. And if you do sing your songs just in one zone, it's going to sound boring and you're going to lose interest from your audience. And plus, you're not able to move around and make it sound texturally pleasing. So, or it could be sounding wrong. Remember, like if I sang a pop song in a choir voice, summertime and the living is easy. See what I mean? So I hope this was fun for you. If anybody has any questions, this is a great time if you want to ask me. And if you're watching the replay, which I really appreciate it if you're taking the time to watch the replay, because I know this kind of comes at a busy time of day for a lot of people, but I'm out here on the West Coast, so it seemed like the best time so I could hit my East Coast folks. Okay, let's see. Camden says I am in the sing group. Awesome. Thank you, Camden. All right, so again, tomorrow we're going to talk about overcoming stage fright and ways to get up on stage, or even like, say, for example, you're a speaker and you need to get in front of an audience, or let's say you need to get up in front of somebody just like I am right now in front of a live. I have some awesome tools and tips to help you overcome stage fright, camera fright, just fright in general. And so I'm excited to share those with you tomorrow. Friday, I have a guest singer coming. That'll be really cool and fun. And I'm going to be giving away some free gifts. So thank you so much again for joining me. This is my way of giving back. I have been teaching for 30 years, and I'm celebrating that, and just wanted to thank you all. Thank my students, thank parents of students, people that are showing up, people that are joining Sing, and I thank you so much. God bless. Bye-bye.